Do you keep creating the same notes over and over and over again in Apple Notes? A journal entry, a doctor's appointment, meeting notes. Every time you create one, you're starting from scratch. But what if you could build that note once and never ever start from zero again? Today, I'm going to show you how. Hi, I'm Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer, and I'm a notesaholic. I use Apple Notes for literally everything from quick ideas to big projects, but I have one simple rule. Never start from zero unless you have to. And with notes, you don't have to. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create simple templates that make everything you do in Notes easier. Definitely stay tuned for my MacWhisperer power tip at the end because this one will absolutely blow your mind. That's a MacWhisperer promise. If you'd like an easy way of keeping track of what we'll be covering today, scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description below to grab your free Smart Guide. Smart Guides are simple visual PDFs that walk you through everything we're going to learn today. Now let's get this template party started by creating a template that you're going to use every single day. A lot of people keep a daily journal and use Apple Notes to do it. The problem is that almost nobody has created a simple system that makes it easy, clean, and replicatable. Most people create a single note and they just keep adding journal entries day after day until it spans hundreds of pages and it's absolutely impossible to navigate. Other people create a journal folder and they make separate entries, but those entries are often just like a sentence or a paragraph or a random collection of thoughts with no real structure. What I'm proposing is a journaling template that makes it easy to jot down your thoughts and ideas, find those thoughts later, and actually stick with the whole journaling habit. For this first template, we're creating a pretty simple template, but we want to start here to explain the basic principles of templates because everything that follows builds step by step on what you learn in this journaling template. Here's the concept. You create a note once with all of the structure and all of the sections you need for that note. Then, from that point on, you simply duplicate that template and you're ready to go like that. That's the beauty of templates. They absolutely eliminate starting from zero. Let's build it together. Open up your Notes app and create a new note by clicking right here. For the title, type Daily Journal and then the word date in all caps. The caps are intentional. Every time you duplicate this template, you'll replace the word date with the actual date, giving you a fresh journal entry that's already organized and ready for your thoughts. And a quick power tip, if you double click on any word anywhere in Notes, it will highlight that word, allowing you to type right over it. Now, for the body. Most people tend to start writing and they just wing it. That's fine for random notes, but it's not going to work for what we're creating. So before we just start typing a bunch of things into this note, let me show you one of the most important tools in the Notes app, the formatting tool. You'll find it right on your header bar right here. Whenever you click it, it will allow you to change the format of your note in multiple ways. You can bold, italicize, underline, you can highlight things. But the part I want you to pay attention are these four sections because the title, heading, subheading, and body sections allow you to create an outline inside of your note. The title is the name of your note. The headings are the major sections, and the subheadings help you organize details. And the body? Well, that's where all the specifics live. Let's type up the following four sections for our journal. Wins, lessons, highlights, tomorrow. Now let's select all four of them just like this. Click the formatting button here and let's change all of them into headers. Notice they become bold and a little bit larger. That's the header style. Now underneath each heading, press the return button and give yourself a little bit of space to write. Now let's give this template a little more visual pizzazz. Double click on the Wins header here and come up to the formatting button. Here to the right, you're going to notice our highlighter. If you click right on the pen, it will use that color for the highlighter. Let's make Wins highlight in red. But now, double click on Lessons, come back to the formatting bar, and I'd like a different color. If I click on the pen again, it'll make this red. But if I click on the color over here, I can choose from 5 different colors. For this one, let's make it orange. Double click on highlights, come back up here, click on the color. This one gets to be mint. One more time, click on tomorrow, formatting, color. This one gets to be blue. Now each of these separate sections is ready for you to pop in and add anything you want for your daily journal. But there's one last step. Scroll to the very bottom and type a hashtag. When you use hashtags in notes, it creates a tag that can make it easier so that we can always find our journal. So let's go ahead and type in journal. Once you're done typing, if you press the space bar or the return key, it will make that link live. You can tell it's live because it's yellow. And you can come to your sidebar and scroll down until you get to the tags section. If you look through the tags here, you'll see your new tag right there, letting you know that it's set in the system and will be easy for you to use moving forward. The hashtag has to be a single word, so if it's more than one word, you'll need to use a hyphen or an underscore or something else to create the dual words. But once it's in here, every journal note you create from this template will automatically have the journal hashtag in it, making it super easy for you to find them. You'll never have to search again. They'll always be right here. Now you're ready for the magic. Each day when you're ready to write your daily journal, all you have to do is come to your template and duplicate it. It's easy to duplicate it on the Mac. Come over to the note, right-click on it, and choose Duplicate Note. If you're on an iPhone or an iPad, it's still easy. Go to the note, press and hold on it, and from the pop-up menu, choose Duplicate from there. Once you duplicate this note, it's ready for you to fill in all of the details. You can put in the date, you can put in your wins from today, the lessons you learned, any highlights you want to remember, and of course, what you're looking forward to tomorrow. In order to make this really easy, I recommend taking your template and pinning it. By right-clicking and pinning the note, it'll always be up at the top of your Notes folder and your All folder, making it easier than ever for you to get right into that powerful daily journaling habit without making things complicated. That's the foundation of this template concept. Next up, let's build a template that's going to make sure you never walk out of a doctor's appointment wondering, what just happened? Have you ever walked into a doctor's office and then forgotten what you wanted to talk to the doctor about? And then you go through the entire appointment and you walk out the door and go, what did he tell me? What are my follow-up actions? This template solves all of those problems and more. It gives you a simple place to capture your questions, issues, and things you want to bring to the doctor before the appointment, and a way to capture any notes that come up during the appointment, as well as a simple way to track any follow-up actions that you need to take. One simple template note, and all those problems just evaporate. Let's jump right in. Create a new note and title it Doctor Appointment Date. Remember to put the word doctor and the word date in caps so that when you duplicate this template, you can change doctor to the actual doctor you saw and date to the day of the appointment. Now let's create 4 sections. Symptoms, which is a great place to capture any issues you're having. Write this stuff down before the appointment, not when you walk into the waiting room. Your next section is questions. Everything you want to ask the doctor. Nothing gets forgotten because it's all written down before you walk in. Follow-up. This is a place to put the next appointment, prescriptions to fill, referrals to make, and anything that you need to do based on what the doctor's told you. And lastly, meeting notes. I'll explain this one in just a moment. Once you've created all the sections, highlight all of them, head over to your formatting button and set them up as headers. Now let's learn about 2 tools that are going to make this template do all the heavy lifting for you. First, checklists. Under the questions section, hit the return to give yourself a little bit of space, and then come up to this section and click on the checklist option. As soon as you do that, every line becomes a checkbox. During the appointment, all you have to do is check off each question as you ask it. Soon as you click the little circle to the left, it checks it off, and you can see exactly what's done and what's still outstanding. When you check off a checkbox like this, the Notes app can drop it to the bottom of your list if you like. All you need to do is come into the Notes menu here, go to Settings, and turn on this section right here to automatically sort checked items. Once you turn that on, each time you check any of these questions, it'll drop everything down to the bottom so that the unasked questions rise to the top, making it easy for you to stay on top of everything you came to the doctor to talk about. I recommend setting up the checklists on the questions section and also on the follow-up section, just like that. Now let's talk about the meeting notes section, because you can come into this section and type notes at any point during the meeting. But you know what's better than typing notes? Having them typed for you. And on Apple Notes, there's an amazing tool called audio recording. You can do it by clicking on the paperclip icon that you see on your toolbar right here. When you do, you'll see an option to record audio. Once you click record audio, on the computer, this little panel will open up. On the phone, this is what that panel will look like. And all you need to do is click the little red button, and it will record everything that happens inside that appointment. The doctor can tell you anything he needs to tell you. He can speak as fast as he wants. You can ask whatever questions, and you never have to write anything down. And the best part of all is that once you're done with the appointment, you can click the little red pause button here, and then the checkbox that you see here, and it saves that audio recording right into the note. If you record it on the phone, it syncs to your computer. If you do it on your iPad, it syncs to your phone. It syncs across all of your devices, so this audio record is here anytime you need it. And you can click the play button to listen to the entire message. But even better than that, if you double click in the preview section, it will open the panel back up. But this time, it's going to give you the transcript of that audio recording. And if you've got Apple Intelligence, you can click right here and get a summary of what was said, so you don't need to capture everything, just the important pieces. But if you want to have everything, click the three dots and choose where it says copy transcript or add transcript to note, and it will drop it right into the meeting notes section here, making it easy for you to keep track of everything that was said without ever pulling out a pen or trying to scribble as fast as your doctor talks. Super simple, super easy, and a great way to use notes and the notes template. Now everything from that appointment will live in one place. The notes, the questions, the answers, even the audio of the actual appointment itself. Before you finish with the template, make sure you come down to the bottom and tag it. For this one, I like to do a hashtag and then dr-appt. If you have a ton of different doctors in your life, you should add an additional tag for the specific doctor's name, like this. This way you can locate all of your doctor appointments by clicking on this hashtag, or just the ones for that doctor by clicking over here. That means that every appointment is captured, organized, and one tap away. And as amazing as that template was, we're not even close to done. This next template surprises almost everyone because it solves a major issue so elegantly and simply that it just stops being a problem from that point on. We've all got regular meetings in our lives. Whether you're meeting with clients, board members, your boss, your employees, or just trying to keep track of the important life events that your friends are going through, most people try to take notes in these meetings and they usually fail miserably. Some people are still writing in those yellow legal pads and they've got stacks and stacks of them in every corner of their house. You know who you are. I've seen your desk. But again, without a clear plan, those scribbled half sentences will be forgotten and useless a half hour after the meeting. What you need is a template. And fortunately, template is my middle name. No, it's not, but templates are one of my superpowers. Let's get into it. Go ahead and create this note here and title it Name, Topic, Date. The name is the who, the topic is the what, and the date is the when. Every time you've got a meeting, you're going to duplicate this and fill in the details. So it might look something like Christian, college plans, June 12th. Or maybe Judy Greenman, website project, June 21st. But any way you cut it, it starts off with the basic title, name, topic, date. Now make 3 sections, but this time we're also going to make a couple of subsections. The first one is to discuss. The second one is to do. And the third one is resources. Now highlight all 3 of those, go to the formatting bar, and click Heading Let's come into the To Discuss section and hit Return. Here, create a subsection called Projects. Once you've typed it up, go to the Formatting button again, and this time, set it up as a subheading. Now let's skip down to Resources, hit Return, and add a few additional subheadings like Important Dates, Links, Notes, and Contact Info. You can even use emojis to customize each of these subsections. Put the cursor at the beginning of the word and hold down your Control and Command buttons and tap the space bar. You're going to get your emoji toolbar, and you can pick any one of the different emojis to pop it right in front of that subheading section. Once you've customized it and made it look perfect, select these subheadings, come up to the Formatting button, and turn them into subheadings for real. When you set something as a heading or a subheading, you can collapse it. So let's fill in a couple of the projects we're going to be talking about. Things like new website, summer vacation, college planning. Now I can hover to the left of the projects section, and you'll see this little arrow. If you click it, it will collapse those projects underneath it. If I click where the heading is, it's going to collapse the entire To Discuss section in. If I click on the Resource section, it's going to collapse that entire section in. This way, instead of scrolling through a giant wall of text, I only see the information that I need right now. So if you've ever had a note become overwhelming, collapsible sections solve that problem immediately. Now let's come into the To-Do section and turn on the checklists right here, so we have an easy way to track whether they've been done or not. And the Resource section is where things get really interesting, because under each of these subheadings you can store important dates, deadlines, or vacation times. Under the Links section, you can include websites, replay links, Google Documents, or any other pertinent information. But when you paste links down in this section, please don't put down those terrible, ugly, super long URLs. There's a better, more elegant MacWhisperer way. Come into this Links section and type a short description of what the link is. Then highlight the description, right-click on it, and choose where it says Add Link. Or you can also do that with the keyboard shortcut Command+K. As soon as you do, it's going to open up this section where you can paste in that ugly URL and click OK. Now instead of that long, messy URL, you have a clean, readable link that makes it easy for you to get right to that website with just a single click. Under the Notes section, you can type in anything you want for that meeting, or you can even do what we did for the doctor's meeting, come up to the paperclip and record the entire meeting so you don't have to take notes. At the bottom of your template, don't forget to do a hashtag and meeting. When you duplicate it and you have the actual meeting, you may want to add different hashtags depending on the topic of the meeting or the person that you're meeting with. Those will make it easy for you to find all your meetings or all your meetings on that specific topic. Now, every meeting note you create can be found instantly. And just like before, when it's time for the next meeting, don't start over. Right-click on it and duplicate that template, and you're ready to go. And once you've experienced that, it's really hard to go back to taking notes on those yellow pads of paper that just seem to stack up in every corner of your house. So now we've covered personal organization. We've covered your doctor visits. We've covered ongoing meetings and projects. For our final template, we're going to build something that will completely change how you learn from this point on. This last template is probably the most valuable one of any of the templates we've built today. I want you to think about how many tips, tricks, and ideas you've picked up from this one video alone. Now think about everything you've ever learned from all the videos you've watched over the years. Maybe you remember some of them for a few days. Maybe you even try to do what you learned once or twice, but then life gets busy and you forget all about whatever you learned in that YouTube video. The problem isn't just learning how to do something, it's remembering how to do it and having an easy way to practice it. That's exactly what this template solves. From now on, every time you watch a video, especially one of mine, you're going to duplicate the template we're about to create and give yourself a permanent record of exactly what you learned. Create a new note and title it MacWhisperer Lesson, Topic in all caps. For each different lesson, you'll replace this with what you're learning about. In the case of today's video, it would say Notes Templates. Create 5 sections for this template. Takeaways, things to try, questions, notes, and we finish up with our Smart Guide link. Now select all 5 sections and change them to the heading format. But this time, instead of clicking on the formatting button, let's do it the MacWhisperer way with a keyboard shortcut. The keyboard shortcut for heading is Command plus Shift plus H, just like this. Finally, add the hashtag MacWhisperer and you're ready to go. The next time you watch a video of mine, right-click and duplicate that template just like this. Grab the link from the video that you watched and come over to the topic. Type in the topic of the video like this. Highlight it and let's add a link. This time we'll use the Command plus K shortcut to open up the link box right here and then Command plus V to paste that link right in. Leave this note open as you watch the video. Under Key Takeaways, you can write down the 2 or 3 ideas that mattered the most to you. Under Things to Try, write down anything you want to test out on your own devices, because learning isn't about collecting information, it's about using it. And don't forget to grab your checklist for those things so you can check it off as you do it. Underneath questions, write down anything you didn't understand or struggled with. These might be the exact things you pop into the comments section later to get my personal feedback on them. And then under Notes, you can put the specific details, the how-tos, the keyboard shortcuts, or the things that you want to make sure you don't forget from this video. And then grab the Smart Guide link right from the description section and paste it right into the Smart Guide section. And because we've used the hashtag MacWhisperer, all you have to do is come to the tag section over here and click on MacWhisperer to pull up everything you've ever learned from any one of my videos. Now, if I've done my job, I've blown your mind at least 2 or 3 times during this video, but I'm not done yet because the power tip is the mic drop. Before I reveal it, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. That helps other people find this video so that we can blow their minds as well. And if there's stuff you didn't understand or things you need more information on, drop it into the comments section below. I love to hear from you guys, and I'm super excited to see what other kinds of templates you'll be creating after watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, how are you going to populate all of those awesome MacWhisperer lessons into your new MacWhisperer template? Hit the subscribe button and the notify bell, and you'll always be alerted whenever I drop new wisdom. So let's drop some new wisdom right here and reveal the power tip. If you can already see the power of the last template I showed you, this is where it's all going to come together. In that template, we created a singular place to store all the information about every lesson that you learn from my videos. But now, I'm going to show you how to create a MacWhisperer database to find all of those videos and then some. Here's how we're going to do it. Create a brand new note and title it MacWhisperer Database. Think of this note as the table of contents for everything you've learned from this channel. First, let's create some basic categories. I created a header for devices. Inside of that header, I created subheadings for the different devices, the iPhone, the iPad, the Mac, and miscellaneous for things like AirPod videos or Apple Watch videos. Then I created another header for organization, with subheaders for specific apps like reminders, files, and photos. Notice I added emojis to pretty it up a little bit. And then I created one last header section for the big one, notes. Inside of here, I created subheaders for organizing notes, creating notes, advanced concepts, and collaboration. Your headings and your subheadings can be completely different from mine. I just wanted to give you a good place to start. Now we're going to link one of my lesson notes directly into this database. Let's come right into the iPad section here and hit return. Linking notes is easy. All you have to do is hit the greater than symbol on your keyboard twice like this. Greater than, greater than. It'll pop up a list of recent notes. If you don't see the one that you're looking for, just start typing a few letters and it'll find it right away. Here's the one that I want. When you click on it, it creates a link with the little notepad on the left. That means that this link is connected to that note. And whenever you click on the link, it magically transports you right to that note. This means you're always just one click away from any of the lessons, takeaways, and even smart guides that you saved. There's one more step to complete this process. We have an easy way to get to this note. Now we need an easy way to get back to the database so that we don't get lost inside of one note forever. Same process for this. You can either come down to the bottom or the top. I generally like to do it at the top and click greater than, and find the MacWhisperer database right here. Once that link is live, click on it and boom, you're right back inside the database, ready to add additional links. Now, as you watch more videos, use the lesson templates to jot down all the amazing info and then add those lesson notes to the categories where they belong, just like this. So maybe you watch an iPhone video next and place it right in the iPhone section. Or you watch a Mac video and pop it right down into this section. Now, one MacWhisperer video gives you a tip, but 10 MacWhisperer videos give you a collection of notes. And 50 MacWhisperer videos? Well, that gives you a searchable Apple reference library that lives on every device you own. Your phone, your iPad, your computer, and you can pull it up in a single moment and learn how to use your technology better than ever before. And the best part? This database gets smarter with every single video that you watch. I know, this one is huge. That's what we've got for today's video about how to use templates to simplify everything you do with Apple Notes. Make sure to drop in the comment section and let me know what you thought of today's video. Every template we created, every lesson I taught, every piece of this video is safely tucked away and saved for you inside your free smart guide. If you haven't grabbed it yet, here's that QR code again, or you can hit the link in the description below. Your Notes app will never be the same again. I hope you learned a ton today, but remember, there's always more to learn. And now you know where to put it once you've learned it. Check out this video over here to add another amazing lesson to your MacWhisperer database. I'm Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer, and I will see you in the comments.